I foolishly just hit start streaming without actually telling anyone that we're streaming. So let me fix that up. Usually I put this on, like a intro screen and it does its thing. But yeah, I've kind of gone old school today, I guess. Yeah. Oh, hello, that's my voice. Do 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 do. Okay. Okay, so what I figured we'd do today is obviously we're going to be playing Dylan Dog through the Looking Glass. I did play a little bit of this as what's the word I'm looking for? A discovery. But yeah, so we didn't actually get very far in it. What I thought I'd do, I've got this walkthrough up. Although technically the walkthrough is for the Amiga, it even says so itself. Like it says, there are slight differences between the Amiga version of the MS DOS version, which seems to be skipping a meeting, but blah 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 blah. One thing that it has explained that I don't think other things really explained to me so far was that the game's kind of open, and it's that like this is a walkthrough, but it's also not the only way to actually solve it. And if we miss a vital thing to do or a clue, then it seems that there's like an author narrator type character who's going to send you back to the beginning of the day. The interesting thing I would say about this is that this talks about it as if it's one game, whereas, as you can see in the Exodus version, the DOS version, they've referred to it as episode 1 and episode 2. So, Groundhog Day. I guess, I suppose it is a little groundhoggish. I have realised that I still have the Romantic Blue in the side there. Let me, Dylan Dog. I am terrible. Oh, Horror Luna Park. Love Mummy. There's other games in this series, but I'm guessing not in English. This is the one I want. Hit the done. How is everyone? I have the web camera off today. Again, I'm not sure what the framing of this is going to be like, but just to show you why I decided I'm not bothering. I've got, curlers in my hair. There's no product or anything in my hair. It's just I washed it. I'm setting it because I'm going to get my hair done on Saturday. Today's Thursday night. But I knew I wasn't going to have time to wash my hair tomorrow night. Or rather, I'm going into the office tomorrow and then getting home late, so then probably wouldn't have as much time to deal with all this. So I just figured I'd set my curls, try and keep them as perfect as possible tomorrow. And then so that when I rock up to the hair appointment, it's like, well, this is how my hair curls, because I'm actually doing the proper thing and setting them now. Probably not going to bother doing that for the last week of being here, because I'll just be like, I'm just straightening it. I'm at home. It's going to be easier for travel with my hair straight. But yeah, certainly once I get to Scotland and wash my hair for the first time there, I'll just be like, set my curls. I've got Medusaitis, yes. Squiggly worms all over my head. They do pretty well considering like there was $6 for this entire set from Kmart. So yeah, anyway, that's why we're not bothering with any of this. Alright. To the Dylan and the Dog. We'll start with episode 1. Again, you might remember this from the Discovery. Obviously, the game originally is in Italian, but we're going to be reading in English. Much like in The Dead of Night, there are some bad English translations in this, and some of it is really kind of funny. And that's kind of why I was like, I dig this. I want to go back to this. Okay, left mouse button for intro, right to skip. Let's watch the intro again. London, June 15th, 1992, 11:50 p.m. Death does not last eternally. Mysterious eons can cause death to die. A clap of thunder just like that damned night. So one shall never be free of ghosts of the past I've sought to forget all this time. But the ghosts return. I do quite dig this art style where it's just like bringing out the emphasis of the room. They always come back, it's late. Gotta love the void. Ooh, especially with that lightning, the void just makes it look almost magical. Oh, he's slow. He's a slow old man. Oh, here he is. Hello, strangely skulled mirror. You're not weird at all, are you? I can trust you. Many years have passed since then. I thought I was free of that dream. That nightmare was finally over. I'm Colonel Sanders and I approve this message. But the memory haunts me still. Ah, I'm tired of fighting. I'm merely a poor old man who wants to rest in peace. This is the truth. The long face is long. Yes. It's still raining. It's late. It would be better to go to bed, perchance to dream. And to wank. To this nightmare that is coming upon me. Rah! Here we go. Produced by Simumondo. Created by Tiziano Scalabri. The Jabberwocky got him. Yeah, probably. Just gonna alt tab out of that because I just realized I scrolled this down. Okay. Click back in. Here's some more credits. Alright. Oh, I need to get the instruction manual out of launchbox. Where are you? Here. Additional information. View the manual. There they are. Alright, let's see. So. 2 circlies. Are there any other 2 circlies? Oh, there are. Is it page? Okay. To the next to last page and look for the first 2 left to right. Okay. So it said second to last, so I'm going to go with this one. So. Where are you? That one. And then that one. There we go. Yay! Morning, boss. Did you sleep well? I'm a terrible thing of Groucho Mouse, basically. What's up? Another one of your quips. Tell me. Anything new? Anything new? Well, why do you always say that? It's got to be something ridiculous, boss. Oh, you always want me to say ridiculous. Groucho. Hey, boss, did you hear one about the werewolf who hated the moon so that when it was full, he'd go animal over it? I forgot this game has no music behind it. Mail, please. Here we are. Don't get too angry. The newspaper's here. 2. Yeah. Cool beans. Okay, read the newspaper. On the front page, there's an article about Lord Felx's death. It seems a very bloodied and tangled case. Yes, Totus remembers now. Some more news to arouse your curiosity. The Ferenda volcano, extinct for a very long time, is now active again. Phaneera. The Phaneera case is just the last regarding this abnormal activity involving several volcanoes all over the earth. 'Twas a beastly shame at the zoo. The volcanologists are unable to explain this strange phenomenon. Banks clients to pay double. Excellent. Someone in hospital? Heath in hospital, maybe? Labour split. Conductor dies. Yep. Everybody cries when the conductor dies. Then stay at home by using the Craven Road sign. Oh, we can look around, I suppose. Oh, a treatise on ancient esoteric practices in southwest Malaysia. Telechinese or telekinesis in theory and practice. We worked that one out. Documented poltergeist phenomena. An unpaid light bill due next week. On the existence of the Philosopher's Stone, alchemical thingies. Appears to be a drawer. A normal drawer. This drawer is where you keep your notes. Can I open it? Yes, we did do this on the whole. Oh, fuck. I just shut it down. I was trying to go for a menu. I will get it back up again real quick. Yes, this was on the whole. Because I was very taken with it, but it had some very bad English in it. And now, let me just restart that again, because again, I fuffed it. How's it, Halefu? I'm sorry I fell asleep at the end of your stream. I was watching very good and dutifully, and then I just got very, very snoozy. It was, first thing in the morning. It happens. Alright, let me get this back to the right. Why? Here we go. Okay, there we go. Now we have a new one of these. I'm just trying to think. Maybe I should put some music. Musics? Goodness gracious, I cannot talk today. It is. It's just one of those things. I was really enjoying what was happening. And then I just fell asleep. I was comfortable. Why is this no longer signed in? I just figured I'd throw up some music in the background as well. Just from my instrumentals. Now I have to validate that I'm trying to sign into YouTube Music. Yes, it's me. It's just a different browser. Not now. This one. Okay. Instrumentals. There are many tracks on this. From all various games. So not everything's gonna match, and also that is way too loud. Where's my volume control? There it is. But it's better than nothing is all I'm saying. Alright, so where is that document I had? Did I shut it down? Did I just... Hopefully I just pushed it to the side. I did just push it to the side. Okay. The next to last page, so it's on this one. Not that one. Lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt. Hello, Nevik. Unfortunately, Dave has guests over tonight, so he will not be joining us. I know, the trader. But, hopefully we'll have him next week. Or if I said to him if he's, finishes up early enough and wants to play with us. He knows where we are. But if not, okay, we don't need to we already did this bit. Okay, now the thing that I was gonna check is because we do have the manual. Does the manual actually say about how the fuck am I supposed to control this game? Because there's like an I and a well, it seems to be a 1 and a 2. Nope, it seems to be a play. Well, that's handy. It's a play about a dream that he's having. Yes. It is the Groucho Marx mystery game. Too many buttons on the screen. And I would love to put my glasses on, but I cannot fit them on with the curlers in my hair. It's just gonna cause me pain. Additional document. Install and play guide. Someone wrote a play guide. Okay, here we go. It's fucking raw. Yep, right button to select, left to confirm. To examine objects, move over them and click the left. To use an object, push the right button twice and the left button once. To use an object on one, select one object and then go okay. Okay. To ask a character about an object or another person, or to make the character interact with the object, first select first object and then select the character object with the... Okay. Okay, so basically we have the two inventory. No, it's frozen! So we've got, what's it called? We've got 1 and we've got 2. So anything that's in 1 gets combined with what's evident in 2, and then you select it to confirm it. Oh! Oh! Hello! You do have a save menu. It's inside this fucking drawer. I'm impressed. Okay. So I'm just traveling. The author of the play doesn't do information. It'll get sent back to the beginning of the day. Okay, good. Oh no! Don't tell our Dave that there are Vegemite things. He might eat them and then, you know, if you want to keep cool, and vomit. Yes, that fucking drawer is then the this drawer, the normal drawer. All right, so we've looked at the newspaper. We're gonna stay at home. Ah, here we go. Our door's ringing. A scream! Groucho, the door! I'm off! Oh, God. One of these days I'll fire him before he causes more trouble. We have visitors, boss. Unfortunately, I can't go, but don't worry, everything's under control. Soon he'll ask me to call the fire department. I won't do it. Sabrang? I guess. Oh! Hey, baby. Hurry, boss, call the fire department! Don't worry, he always gets like this at the start, and later, he gets worse. Morning. If you're looking for me, you've found me. My name is Dog. Dylan Dog. And I'm Sarah Fox. Well, I'd like to hire you to investigate my Uncle Jeffrey's death. Oh, this is a strange thing I'm making my mouth. I heard about his death, Miss Fox. But before taking the case, you need to know a few things about me. I like to fuck. I mean, the papers call me a charlatan and a cheat. Well, are you? Could be. But that'll be for you to decide. My fee is £50 a day plus expenses. Agreed? Agreed. One more thing. I work by eliminating all possible plausible hypotheses. What's left is my business. Or rather, my nightmare! Okay, now down to business. Sarah. May I call you Sarah? Yes, sure. Well, that was all my questions. Off you go. Alright, so I have to ask her about everything. So I'm gonna ask her about me. Okay, we're Article 1. Hang on. Dylan Dog. Alright, so 1, 2. What the fuck? Maybe I need to be full. Maybe she doesn't have an opinion of me. Okay, now that I'm... There we go. What do you think of my assistant? Well, I think you'd better find another one. Soon you could get infected. Okay, there we go. She's got no opinion of me. Do you know of Inspector Blotch of Scotland Yard? Inspector Blotch is an old friend of mine and he does his work well. I think he suspects me. Don't worry. The police always suspect everyone. It's their work. You can trust Block. He knows what he's doing. And while he's making you wet, if you know what I mean. Wet. With a T on the end. I mean, and a H next to the W, yes. Tell me about your Uncle Sarah. What? He was fantastic. I loved him very much. He was always calm and helpful with a double L. He had a heart full of gold. Have you noticed anything strange of late? Like a change in his habits or something? His research was keeping him quite busy. He'd spend whole days and sometimes nights in his study when he wasn't in the library. Or the library. He always had a book, a heavy, worn volume that he guarded with jealousy. He'd lock it up in the safe every evening. And then? My uncle has always been eccentric, but his behavior has grown even stranger lately. He'd start locking everything up at 11 p.m. sharp every night without explanation. And now the Scarlet Furies. Saying he's eccentric seems euphemistic. Tell me about the book. I'm not sure what it was about. I asked him what was so important about the book one day. Hang on. Okay, so that button doesn't work when I'm clicked into this. Did you? After my uncle's death, I didn't think of it. When I started looking for it, I couldn't find it. It appears to have disappeared. As if it never existed. Let me just change the musical track, Sarah. Because this is not quite what we had in mind. There we go. There, that's also still Scarlet Furies. There we go. There's not many tracks in here that have music to them, if you know what I mean. The Scarlet Furies and the Interrupting Machine. Oh. Besides the publicity of the next games of Stilmundo, based on the new adventure game of Diabolic. Not bad, I'll remember it. I wonder if that's an adventure game that we might need to look at. Okay, I'll be waiting for you at the mansion tomorrow, 13 Jason's Road. I was going to ask you about the book. Come back. A number with promise. See you tomorrow. My 5.5 sense tells me there's something odd about this whole affair. Maybe something will turn up at the villa. Okay, Dylan accepts the challenge. Let's hope for the best. Alright, what are we doing now? I missed asking her about the book, but maybe I can ask her about it tomorrow. Click on Craven Road again. A short time later. She left by herself, is all I'm saying. Who could it be at this hour? Groucho, the door! Where the devil is he? I'm happy to see you again, my friend. I've got some devastating news to tell you, rather than not. Lord Wells, what a surprise. What is the reason for your visit? Forget the pleasantries, my dear friend. I'm going away. But I have to give you this before I left. Always kept with you. It's a matter of life and death. We are all in danger. Uncle Sarah used to love the Scarlet Furies. I do hope that undefinable person who serves you, who pretends to be your faithful servant, is not around. I still can't figure out how you can keep him with you. At the moment I can't, he's not around. I have asked myself the same thing many a time. But I did not come to speak of this, rather than not. I imagine you've read about what's happening to our planet. Captain Planet has told me to heed the call. Those terrible natural disasters that have struck the entire globe. Volcanic eruptions, hurricanes, earthquakes. So, what about them? By Jupiter, this is only the beginning. Something terrible is about to happen rather than not. Well, what do you intend to do, Wells? Study the phenomena, obviously. The appalling catastrophe is about to happen. I believe that the North Pole is safe, rather than not. The North Pole? That's right, my boy, the North Pole. I'm leaving this evening in a Zeppelin of my own invention. That means it will probably explode. I'll be smashed to bits. I'd be thrilled to share the glory of such an exceptional adventure with you. But no. I don't know. I'd have to think about it. I know, but you have business elsewhere. Mine will be a one-man enterprise without precedent. No one will be there when I smash into the sea. Talk to him about everything. Alright. Where is he? Where is he? Okay, he's got nothing to say about me. Nothing about that. Have you ever met Lord Folkswells? No, I haven't. Well, no. I met him years ago at a conference on the Mesopotamian cities, rather than. I remember how much of a sincere passion he spoke about his last archaeological expeditions in the Middle East. Undoubtedly an extraordinary man for his excellent condition and intelligence. Cool. Can I ask you about my mail? Can I ask you about the newspaper? I did read about an eruption in the Finia Raz. There we go. Could it be connected to the facts you were telling me about? I can't know for sure. Tell me, did you ever hear talk about the theory of central fire rather than not? I want to know what they mean by rather than not. What does he think he's saying? If I'm not mistaken, it's the one which says that all volcanoes are somehow linked. I thought it was old hat. Right, anyway, the theory states you were correct that all the volcanoes on the planet are linked together. And that and that they function more or less like the valves of the pressure cooker settings, letting the earth in a magma steam and release. And I believed it was true for many years until it was ousted by the theory that volcanoes are independent and exhaustible. And so the theory of separate areas of magmatic activity was not linked with the Earth center was accepted, rather than not. So are you making any fucking sense? I don't think you are. And what's been happening lately is going completely against this theory. Hundreds of volcanoes are erupting everywhere. And at the same time. What could the reason be? I can't give a scientific explanation, but it seems to me that our planet is reacting to something foreign. It would be compared to what a body does when there's an infection present. It mobilizes its defenses to destroy it. So, of course, the answer is aliens. Interesting. An infectious agent, a foreign body. A virus. Or it's just a hunch. An alien being. And my evil revealer has turned up a very strong evil presence right here in London. Even if the epicenter of these negative waves is at the Bermuda Triangle. Yeah, cool beans. Do you know about a mysterious book? No. What about this? What's this? My dear friend, it's a space-time converter. Usually it doesn't work at all, and I admit it may appear to be a useless trinket, but under very special circumstances, that will probably happen in this game. Are you trying to tell me that this thing can modify space or time? In a way, yes, it works every time a distortion in the continuum known as reality is created. How is that possible? I haven't the foggiest. I discovered it by chance. Rather than not, I'll soon have to revise old Albert's theory, if I live. There are a few things to set right. Albert Einstein? That's right. As to the amulet, we could compare it to a device used to automatically close and open doors. In our case, the door is a portal to another world. Every time certain conditions occur, especially in particular places, passages between dimensions open. You're just going to tell yourself it reads better in Italian, probably. The occurrence is usually quite limited and does not last long. However, it being a transitory is not always the case. There are places on Earth where it can last a long time, years, or even centuries, or maybe forever. One of these places could be the Bermuda Triangle. The other could be your bedroom, if you know what I mean, Balchico. But you're saying that the Bermuda Triangle may be a space-time passage. Why not? It's only a theory of mine, but no less crazy than other theories about that area of the Atlantic, rather than... Yet break is in place. Very well, my dear friend, let's now continue. I'm waiting for the story. What story? So long, or else goodbye. Or else goodbye. An amulet, spatial temporal doors, earthquakes, and the best for last, the Bermuda Triangle. There's plenty here for an investigator of nightmares. Maybe too much. I wonder why I didn't just stay in bed this morning. Because I'd still come to you. You would just be in bed towards the evening. Boss, I heard it on the TV that no one washes whiter than just Wave. Just the one that I use. Wave. No, nothing. I really had a bad day, not to mention last night. I dreamt something. A nightmare. Maybe it was just bad cartoons. Welcome back, people from the break. It was something nefarious. Evil. The investigator of nightmares has nightmares. I've told you 1,000 times not to work at night. Doing overtime gets to you, and then you do it for nothing. How else will you ever become rich and famous, eh, boss? Quit calling me boss or you're fired. Boss, 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 boss. You're fired. Good. Finally get my severance pay and back salaries. Okay, you're hired. Gabriel Knight from Wish, chill out. Yeah. Good day, Inspector. I've got a problem. Let me see if I can guess it. Fulks' death. Right, I've never seen anything like it, and this time I'll lose my retirement pension for sure. I knew there was something more to it. Come on, tell your old friend Dylan everything. It's not a very clear and cut and dry homicide. The murderer left no traces, no prints, no cigarette butts, nothing. Every door and window, everything was locked from the inside. Lord Fulks says he seemed to have committed suicide in rather an original manner, perhaps, but it would explain everything, or almost. So there's an almost. Microscopic slivers of glass were found on the corpse, or what's left of it. Yeah. The boys at the lab are still checking it through, but we're not counting on too much. So Scotland Yard is groping around in the dark. Hello, Sentinel-6. Unfortunately, that's what we've got on right now. We haven't got a clue to go on. Cool. Need to ask him about everything. If you ever need help, you could have phoned me. Please, don't you start up too. I don't need any more help today. I spoke to your colleague this morning. My colleague? Strange, you didn't mean it. Doesn't surprise me, just one thing. When are you firing him? Who, Groucho? I've always thought about it, but I'd have to pay severance pay and I'm not exactly rich right now. Today they almost cut off the electricity. Okay. What can you tell me about Lord Fawkes? Well, the usual. Nothing beyond what the papers said. A very esteemed and important person. And nothing else? Oh, on behalf of the British Museum Archaeology Department, it took part in numerous expeditions to South America and the Middle East. I've had pressure to close the case quickly. The chief was quite explicit. He swore many times. I've got 5 days to come up with something before he hands the case over to someone else, and, goodbye, retirement pension. Very funny. Oh, it's true. Can you tell me anything that wasn't in the papers? Well, not too much. His only living relative is his niece. He's willed everything to her, including his collection of Aztec artifacts. No other heirs? Quite a large sum was left to the Walter Marion Foundation. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it subsidizes the British Museum and Library. I guess so. Nothing about this. Do you like it? Do you like my fancy new... Yes, lovely. What is it? An amulet. Or something similar. Would it function against the superintendent's anger? If you want, I'll lend it to you so you can try. At this point, I'm nearly tempted to try. Okay, I'm gonna ask him about Sarah. Oh, he's got no opinions about Sarah or Lord Wells. So, let's head on home then. Chin up, old man. Dylan Dog is here. And I'm going home now. I can relax about my retirement. You certainly are a bit serious lately. I haven't laughed since 53, my lad. And I certainly don't feel like it now. So what do you think? Are you asking officially? I'm not asking anything. If the chief ever finds out I'm talking with the Monster Buster about confidential matters... Oh, they'd be held to pay. I prefer Investigator of Nightmares, thank you. If the chief finds out, he'll have a fit. You wanted my opinion? I think there's something queer about this whole thing. Maybe even something supernatural. Good lord, if I write that in my report, I'll not only lose my pension... Well, if that's your problem, if I think of anything, I'll let you know. Bye, Block. June 17th. Oh no, I've just remembered what we can do on the next day. Boss, you know what the worst that can happen to a Cyclops? To have a squint! Anyone call? No. Anyone didn't call. He's going through an identity crisis. Okay, then get lost. Boss, you know I could never do that. I never leave home without a map. Groucho. Okay, I'll go out matching. 1, 2. 1, 2. Oh, thank goodness he's fucking gone. Alright, let us save. Save is complete. Okay, so let me scroll down to the next day so we've got it all on one page. There we go. Okay, so we're off to 13 Jason Road. Villa Folks, 13 Jason Road, West End, the morning of June 17th. This is nice. Hello, Sarah. Finally, you're here, and so are my tits. I'd like to have a look around. Sure, go ahead. My uncle loved being surrounded by things. Originals. He was a bit eccentric in this. You say this about everything, Sarah. Are you hinting at something? Well, you don't do badly yourselves. You hallways look like small chamber of horrors, full of all kinds of monstrous objects. Not to mention that... Oh, Sarah, that what? What was that? What? Your assistant? That absurd man, what was his name? Groucho. That's it. That being is incredible. I do hope he's not here with you. I haven't yet recovered from our last encounter. I know how you feel. Don't worry, I locked him in the house and then took off. How can you stand him? Well, when we met, we knew right away that we were meant for each other. But we couldn't get along, and so... You are rather childish, if not totally immature when you act like this. To be immature means to be perfect. Oh no! Oh no, alright. Sarah, let's go. It's a love heart, everybody. You know what that means. Oh. Maybe click on her and then click. No? Okay, so maybe I have to speak to her more first. I know, shocking, right? What do you think of my assistance? Well, I think you'd better find another one soon. You could be infected. I think we said this before. What is this behind you suddenly? Oh, yes, we spoke about this. Yes, yes. Oh, the book. The book. Sarah, the book. Sarah, I'd like to ask about the book. What do you think about this? What is it? Nothing. A present from a friend. It's lovely, is it antique? I don't think so, but I think it's quite valuable. Do you know if your uncle knew Lord Wells? Oh, I haven't the minimum idea. Is it important, I mean? Is it a useful clue for your investigations? I don't think so, but I don't believe either in coincidences. What do you mean? Nothing, I was thinking aloud. Yeah, can I ask you about you? No, I can't. I want to ask you about the Boogie Woogie. I read that the paper that you found the body. Yes, it was terrible. I'm sorry I didn't want. It doesn't matter. It's just that I need time to forget. Sorry, keep asking about him. Can you tell me who knew your uncle well? He was quite a loner as of late. He would leave the house only to go to the library in the British Museum. He knew one of the clerks quite well. She was an old friend of his. I believe her name was Mrs. Hatcher. She works in the Great Russell Street Antiques Manuscript Department. Let's try this love heart again. As usual, you mix love and work. But how? Howst. Ooh, this drawing depicts a young, good-looking woman dressed in Victorian style. An ancient-looking mirror from the Middle East. The frame is made out of ebony and gold and decorated with little ivory skulls. Ooh, ancient fireplace. There are traces of ash inside. Vase full of sweet smelling roses. Pottery plate. Apart from the books on archaeology, all the other texts in the library about anthropology and occultism. Picture that shows the cyclopedian walls of the city which seem to emerge from the rough sea. Can I ask about letters? What does it say? Oh. I just remembered I must return home before... No. Oh, by right-clicking on your portrait! God damn it! Sorry, I just read the walkthrough about how to do it. See you tomorrow, bye. Go back there! Why couldn't we stay? Boss, what's the difference between the living dead and the dying living? I mean, which one is more deader, and which one more alive than the other? I don't know. You should, it's fundamental for our work. By the way, did you hear about the one vampire who drew from the blood bank? I know an inspector from Scotland Yard who'd like to hear that story. Why don't you tell it to him? Last time I tried, he tried to arrest me for attempted robbery. Okay, oh shoot, did I... I selected the wrong thing. Hang on, let's load. Because we should be able to get this smoochies. Okay. We can click through it. Yeah, go. Good lord. What a conversation. Okay. Click on me. Click on the love hearts. Okay. Right click on your portrait, the heart. Oh, hang on. There we go. Oh, okay. So they both had to be selected, and then I click on her. Mi piace molto, Sarah. Oh god. She doesn't look thrilled about it. Oh god, yeah, not thrilled. Don't be shy. Just thank me. Thank you. And now to work. How does the saying go? Pleasure before business. What? Yeah, stab him, Sarah. That was terrible. I thought that there was some sort of, like a vibe that he'd ascertained from her, but no, it was just that he could. Yeah, no one blame you, Sarah. Absolutely no one will blame you, Sarah. I can only apologize for what I just did, Sarah. She doesn't want to hear it. I mean, who can blame her? Okay, let's head home then. Okay, let's hear that horrible joke from Groucho again. Or not. Oh, because I can go straight to 9GT Russell Street. As usual. Oh. Since I need to... Yeah. Oop. Oh, there we go. A tragedy? It was a horrible tragedy indeed. Obviously, you just told me that you saw the man dead. I understand. Professor Fawkes was an extraordinary man. I'm gonna ask you about... Oh, about me. That's my assistant. Inspector Block. Mr. Wells. Tell me about Mr. Fawkes. I've known him for many years, you know. He often came in here to do research, and I would sometimes find the books he needed for his studies. Yeah, we banged. Sometimes, indeed, he would just stay here for whole days at a time. He'd say that these silent halls were filled with peace and tranquility. And the sound of the hole in my teeth whistling. Where we are now is indeed his favourite room. He'd always use that desk over there. Oh, poor Mr. Fawkes! What was he working on of late? Indeed, I have no idea. Professor Fawkes was indeed a very private person. I do know indeed that he was studying two books in particular, Cosmic Horror in Literature and The Origins of the Myths of Cthulhu. That's why I figured we'd play this now in the spooky month. I did note, however, that he always had a heavy, hand-bound tome with him. Ask about my letters, no. Have you heard about Lord Fawkes' death? Yes, even if, indeed, I don't believe it was a premeditated homicide as they wrote in the papers. You think it was a robbery? That was also very strange indeed. Professor Fawkes had a rich collection of Aztec objects of inestimable value. But he also had a picture which, not spelled correctly which, was amongst the rarest in the world. So it would be strange that a thief steals only one object, having the possibility of stealing the entire collection. Tell me about the book. Can you tell me something about the book Lord Fawkes was reading? He jealously guarded that book. It was printed in the last century by a Miskatonic University press at Arkham. It must have been a particularly valuable book. And its title? The Necronomicon, or the Book of Dead Names. Don't be surprised. The Necronomicon was purely a work of fiction. Indeed, there are a few fakes around. And I know about them, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Do you have a copy here in the library? Oh, indeed, I'm afraid not. But I could check. We keep an uncatalogued works in the North Wing of the library closed to the public. Oh, pardon me. Come back tomorrow. Okay, what do you think about my medallion? Curious object, Mr. Dog, indeed. You're not allowed to be a Lovecraft game, no. Do you mean this object? Indeed, there must be something like it. I must have seen something like it. It must be a reproduction of a Celtic jewel. It's a present from a dear friend of mine. Cool. Do you know of Lord Fawkes' niece, Sarah? Oh dear. Tell me. Tell Mr. How is she? Yes, she's better now. You know that she did indeed lose both her parents in an accident when she was very young. Geoffrey must have taken care of her just like a father. And I like a distant mother. Oh. No. She got nothing. Alright. Valdemar and this gate. Some second row from the bottom on the right side of the room. Oh, it said second row, didn't it? Ah! Oh, the pages before the missing one talk about a druid rites practiced in Stonehenge in ages long past.
No hope is gone, or so it seems.
That book on the cover with the Celts, even with the beige cover. It is without a page. Oh, I'm very sorry indeed. I understand now I have no excuse. Oh, nothing like this has ever happened in a library. Except all the fucking time. No one has ever complained in 35 years, indeed. It is also quite a rare book. Oh, what shall I do now? I'm mortified. It doesn't matter. I only wanted to tell you. Sit in the chair and examine it. You sit in the armchair. You feel something pointed. You find a stick under the cushion. I've got a stick. Remember when you were told that one of the skulls you used the mirror? It's a key for this. Oh, maybe ask her about it. Have you ever seen this before? No, I don't believe so, indeed. Cool. Then I'm going home. Thanks, lady. Thanks for everything, Mrs. Sir Hatcher. Goodbye. Come again any time, Mr. Dog. I'll be happy to help indeed. In the afternoon. Oh, it's still the afternoon. So apparently this stick is a key for going into Sarah's mirror. I suppose it's now Sarah's mirror. But we've been through this joke. I don't know. Oh no. Going out, boss? No, I'm coming in backwards, walking out backwards. What the How long do you have to get? How long do I have to get it? As long as you wish, but beware of brain damage. Beware of brain damage. Boss, a letter came for you while you were out. Totus is not going to be happy with this letter. I put it on your desk because there was no more room in the fireplace. Cool. Let's see. Yeah. Perhaps I know something that might interest you regarding Lord G. Fawkes. See you in the Ancient Manuscripts Department of the British Museum in Great Russell Street this evening. H.P. Lovecraft. I believe that Groucho Marx is the actual assistant in the comic books, is what I understood. And there's no explanation about why it's Groucho, but here we are. What I'm going to do is I'm going to save. It's day 3, so save game 3. Just going to fill up my water. It is, after all, very important to keep hydrated when you talk this much. Hello, Dee Dee. Thank you for the hydration before. Alright, so what are we doing today? Yes, this evening, go to Jason Street. Dylan, thank goodness. I needed to talk to you. Things have been happening. Oh, Dylan, I'm scared. But please don't kiss me again. Now, yeah, I'm here. What's up? Last night I heard noises coming from Uncle Jeffrey's study. They sounded like someone wailing. I went downstairs to see. I saw him. What? A shadow? A phantom? I don't know. It spoke. I think it was my uncle. No, I don't remember anything. It was like a dream. His voice sounded muffled from afar. Muffled. And you didn't speak English, sir. Do you believe me, Dylan? There are two types of the people in this world. The ones who believe in the unbelievable like all the others, and those who believe in the improbable like me. What? Those who believe in the unbelievable like the others. What? However, the answer is yes. I believe you. But how could such a thing happen? I don't know. You could have simply hallucinated or actually seen your uncle's ghost. I would love to rewrite the dialogue so this could actually be understandable. Oh, I wonder if I could do that with hex editing. The best you can do is to not stay in this house alone. Sometimes solitude can play some pretty rough tricks. If you'd like to come stay with me. I don't know. You're kind of creepy. What's the problem? This type of service is only offered to our very special customers like you. Agreed. Okay. Don't forget, Dee Dee, this is originally written in Italian. It's just whoever they used to translate it was terrible at translating. Use the stick. Oh, she's agreed to sleep at our house tonight. I hope she realizes we only have one bed. Inserting the stick into the eye socket sets off a device. That will reveal a false bottom. That will reveal a false bottom. Clack! Okay, what's in here? When you examine the inside of this looking glass, you find an old photograph which has turned yellow with time. That's looking pretty clean, folks. That's looking real clean. It's a discolored black and white photograph of men wearing colonial-style clothing. One of them is Lord Foulkes at the age of 30, and he was hot. Alright. Do you know who this is? A photograph. Good deduction, but I'd already gotten them myself. I've never seen it before. How strange. The man on the left is my uncle, but the others, I haven't the foggiest idea. They're probably old friends or colleagues. Yes, probably. I do know that he worked with the Department of the Archaeology at the British Museum, which you knew as well. Anything else while we're here? Oh, let's ask her about... No, okay, she didn't want to know about that. Oh, what do you think about H.P. Lovecraft? No, she's got nothing there. Okay, so head home. Time to head home to Craven. A short while afterwards. Oh no, there's pixel nudity, by the way, that's coming up. We're not quite there yet. Sarah. A splendid woman while I play my jazz flute. Attractive, with just the right amount of mysteriousness about her. Perhaps a bit strange. But then, who isn't? I think it's probably going to be better than Bright Stallion. There's no mistaking these symptoms. I'm in love. There's no use fighting it. I'm hopelessly in love. Who was it that said, I can't resist anything except temptation? Oh, dear Lord. Alright, to the museum. It's me again, Mrs. Thatcher. I'm in love with you. Oh, who's the dog? Oh, dear. That music's gonna do no good here. Oh, and since we're here, I wanted to ask you some more questions. Of course, go right ahead. That's better. Alright, so I'm gonna ask her about this. I have an old photograph with me. Can you tell me who the persons with Professor Foulkes are? One of them looks familiar. Let's see. He must have been a colleague of the professor's. So much time has passed, indeed. Try to recall. Oh, this one is Subam. Yes, that's it. He runs an antique shop in... I don't remember. Subam knew the professor quite well. Oh my god, that's a portrait. They'd worked together for many years. There's something written on the back here. Yizmuth, May 1952, Yemen. Do you know what that means? It was an archaeological expedition, as I recall. A friend of Professor Fogg's lost his life in a mysterious manner. Poor Geoffrey. I'm certain he had never forgiven himself, even if he never spoke of it indeed. Oh? What was the friend's name? Indeed, I don't remember. It all happened so long ago. But if it should come to mind, I'll let you know as soon as possible. Thank you. Wait a moment. I do believe his name was Kroom. Kroom. That's it. His name was Kroom. Alright, let me see what Subam, antique dealer, fence, Oriental mythology, and paranormal phenomena scholar, Lord of Lower Falls. She got nothing more about that. Got nothing more about that. What about my letter? Do you know anything about him? No. She has no information, so just leave. And then we're going straight back because we've got to meet with H.P. Lovecraft. Thanks for everything, Mrs. Thatcher. You're very kind. I love you. Oh, don't mention it. If you need anything else, you know where to find me. Indeed, Mr. Dog. Oh. Dylan. Just call me Dylan. Of course. Mr. Dylan. I don't know if that was supposed to be a joke or if that actually was. Just a misspelling of Dylan. What do you mean? What do you want for dinner? Canned beans? Beans in cans? Stewed beans with a side of beans? Topped up with, well, beans? Stewed beans. Are we being invaded by beans? Don't tell me it's the invasion of the pod people! I do believe they're multiplying. The only way to do away with them is to put them in a pot and cook them for a very long time. Anyway, with the food money you give me, you should be thankful to get beans. By the way, when do I get a raise in salary? Next February 31st. Ooh, why the 31st and not the 30th? Okay, February 30th. Yeah, let's celebrate. How about a pizza and movies? Well, okay. On you, boss? Okay, and we're going straight back to the British Library. Dylan Dog, I presume? Lovecraft! I'm afraid to disappoint you. My name's Langford. Henry P. Langford. I'm happy to meet you. I've heard much about you and your... how shall I say? Enterprises. You can romance me too. Let's say about my nightmares. Nightmares? Right. I imagine you've also read my announcement in the Daily Mirror. What announcement? That is correct. Oh, it must be like a job. Like, you know, like a... Mr. Langford, what's the meaning of this? Right, I believe the time has come to tell you a few things which I do not hesitate to call incredible. Oh, I was forgetting your fee is £50 a day plus expenses, is that correct? Yes, that would be the advertisement. I haven't come for money, I'm curious, Mr. Langford. Mr. Dog, I want to hire you to investigate something that happened a long time ago. I have an advance payment of £5,000 with me. When the case is closed, you shall receive another £5,000. Plus 2,000 more if you deliver what I expect you will. Your fame precedes you. Anyway, Mr. Dog, have you ever heard of Cthulhu? The monstrous creature born of H.P. Lovecraft's imagination. Precisely. Cthulhu lives in the dead city of Ryleth at the bottom of the Pacific. He is in a deep, death-like sleep, he's awaking when Ryleth emerges from the ocean. His worships shall return. Oh, goodness gracious me. The Baldur's Gate soundtrack is getting a bit intense. They will open the portal of stone behind which Cthulhu waits. He will then reawaken and then, well, fuck everything up. This is the prophecy of the coming of Cthulhu. And the recent tide of events announcing this coming. Something will happen soon. A negative hidden entity is trying to get into our world in order to destroy it. Very interesting, but what am I supposed to do? You have to find a man, perhaps maybe the only one who knows what's going on. It is of the utmost importance. Moreover, as I've written, it is related to the Fox affair. Okay, so now we've gone into question mode and we can change the song. I keep forgetting that I put the entire soundtrack of Baldur's Gate into this playlist. There we go. Alright, I'm guessing I have to ask him absolutely everything. So let us get ourselves back up to the top real quick. Oh, he's down there at the bottom. This is not... Hopefully I've got more time to ask him about this stuff. Do you know Kroom personally? I guess we're trying to ask him about Kroom. Unfortunately, I don't. I'm writing a novel based on the true fact, and Kroom is one of the main characters. I'm an author, if you know what I mean. Perhaps the only one who knows the whole truth. Oh, well, he's dead. At least that's what our lady says. Oh, so you're a writer. Short stories and a few novels. The unknown and fear have always intrigued me. This is why I've always written horror stories. Yep. On the note, you wrote that you had some information about the late Lord Folks. That's right. I'd like you to find a person folks knew in the past. His name was Ninium Kroom. You've already just asked me about him, but, oh well. More than 40 years ago, folks in Kroom went on an archaeological expedition to the Mideast, to Yizmuth in Yemen. During the excavations, Kroom mysteriously vanished. They thought him dead, but his body was never found. I have reason to believe he's still alive and here in London. And he's been playing dead for 40 years, living with an alias. It's rather strange. And anyway, what's the motive? That's for you to find out, Mr. Dog. Cool, let me show you this picture. No. You care about any of these other people? Nope, doesn't care about that. What does he think of my amulet? Doesn't care about my amulet. Does he know about the book? He does not care and know about the book. Maybe I ask. Okay. He's no help to me now. You aren't in a position to accept it. Moreover, you can ask him about Kroom and his notes. At home, Sarah will arrived. Yeah, this is a strange UI. It was originally made for the Amiga, but I can't imagine it playing any nicer on that. I'm afraid I can't accept the case, Mr. Langford. I've already got a client ready, and I prefer sticking to one thing at a time. My offer is still good if you should change your mind. Don't look for me. I'll find you. Goodbye, Dylan Dog. Goodbye, Langford. A little later. It's time for some pixel nudity. Everyone, let's not be immature about it. What is this? What is the bell? Oh, I'll get it, boss. It's Sarah, boss. Can I ask her if she wants some tea or perhaps if she prefers me? Hehehe. Show her in and get lost. I'm playing with my little ship. She loves me. I can read it in her eyes, even if I am illiterate. How are you? Better? Yes, of course. It's just the idea of spending another night in a house that's in that house scares me to death. And so I guess I'm going to end up sleeping with you, I guess. Don't worry about it and make yourself at home. Almost. You're very kind. No. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Alright, let's ask her about our new people just to see if there's actually anything that she can... Oh god. Oh, hang on. Dylan, I don't want to do this. We hardly know each other, but Me too. Oh, wow, okay, I mean, anatomy, how does it work? Also, what actually is happening in this picture? I don't, wait, okay, let me cover this up. I don't. I'm gonna censor it for YouTube, don't worry. I think we're adult enough to take a couple of pixels. It's a pity Sarah already left. Perhaps it's time to rearrange my ideas. Why did Lord Fawkes hide that old photo in the secret compartment behind the mirror? You don't hide a simple memory like that. Yeah, he was just underneath the blankets, but his hands were nowhere near her areas. Is pain to study this question more thoroughly? Is pain. Is pain. Oh, you know what I think's annoying? I can see like what the Amiga screen looks like, and all the icons fit. It's not this scrolling bullshit that we're dealing with. Okay. After Sarah's gone, go to Victoria Road. Did you hear about Mr. Thatcher? No, what happened to Mr. Thatcher? Got some news? If she had anything to tell us, it's too late now. She's taken it to her grave with her. No! I liked her! It happened late last night. She remained in the library after closing. No one could tell us why. But we were there after closing. The coroner's put the death at midnight. Okay, we weren't there that late. How did it happen? The details are worthy of a horror show. It took about 10 pills to stop from vomiting as soon as I got to the scene of the crime. I don't know why I was taking pills, but okay. Thinking about it, I bet it takes a few more. Yeah, I enjoy barbiturate, if you know what I mean. It's too late to say exactly what happened. It seems like a great sheet of glass, blue, or something like that, right into poor Mrs. Thatcher. I'll let you fill in the rest. How could such a thing have happened? Who knows? Maybe a support beam got loose, or maybe a premeditated murder set up to look like an accident. That's what I thought, too. If it's so, Mrs. Thatcher really did know something about Lord Fawkes' death. Maybe even the assassin's name. Aw, Mrs. Thatcher. See if there's anything new. Have you read today's paper? Don't talk to me about them. The press are on to me as usual. Now Midnight Jack, the Midnight Killer, is their favourite subject. Oh, yeah. What can you tell me about Sarah? Heiress to her uncle's fortune, she could have been an accomplice, or maybe even the murderer. Well, she couldn't have done Mrs. Thatcher, because I was doing her. Getting rid of the daggers to confuse matters. Oh. Or maybe she's crazy, or in a particularly insane moment, killed her uncle, and then her mind repressed the murder entirely. What's this new thing that's shown up? Making her forget everything I know, it's happened before. Unfortunately, money is still a valid motive for murder. There's always something terribly niggardly in these tragedies that befall others. Niggardly. I don't think you were so cynical, Inspector. A cynic is one who knows how much each thing costs, and the value of none, and I don't believe this is so in my case. However, we haven't considered the most interesting hypothesis. Sarah Fawkes is possessed by the spirit of an Aztec priestess, and I have banked it. Here we go. I knew you'd get around to it. Come on, Block, it's just an idea. From memory, when I remember... there is a definition for it, it's fine. You'll never convince me to accept absurdities, or the supernatural as you'd call it. I stick to the facts, and so should you. There was a murderer, and the killer left no prints, no clues, doors and windows locked from inside, and the only object that's missing is that damned Aztec dagger. Niggardly. Ungenerous with time, money, and they're mean. It also means in a mean or meaner manner. I need a favor, old chap. What have you got on a certain Subam? So, you got wind of him too? Don't want to brag. Well, this is what we got. Mr. Subam is one of the biggest fencers in London, but he doesn't just fence anything. He only deals in artwork and extremely valuable antiques. Our man has a weakness for jewellery and precious stones too. Yeah, no, agreed. He was involved in a stolen diamond run a few years back. I was wanting to arrest and jail him. I know what you're thinking, but he's got an alibi for the night of the murder, even if he maybe had an accomplice. I've got a tail on him. I didn't quite get his address. You didn't get it, because I didn't give it to you. It's 454 Angel Street. See that you don't make matters any worse. Oh. Did you have to stop a peacock that you had to flatten his tire? What if he's got a spare? Never thought of that. I didn't think peacocks had spares. I didn't think they had tires either. I was still speaking. And he's kicked me out and he doesn't want to see me again. Alright. I didn't get to ask about the dagger. It was the last thing I had to ask. Good day. How may I be of service? Hello. I've come to see a looking glass. A looking glass? Certainly, sir. Here you see all the mirrors you like. It is better to keep them in sight, you know, they're very valuable. Tell me, have you seen one that interests you? I don't see any on display. I saw one in the window, so I came in. You know your business, that one's a rarity, one of its kind. It's from the 17th century. Imagine it witnessed the 1665 London plague that miraculously escaped the flames which burnt the city to the ground in 1666. The fire lasted 5 days and 5 nights and put an end to that plague. It's true that not all evil does harm. I believe you are here for other matters. Is that not so, Mr. Dylan Dog? I see you know my name. You do not seem surprised. I'm not. I can guess why you're here. It's got to do with Lord Fawkes, am I correct? What is it that you want to know, Mr. Dog? Alright, what am I asking him? Ask him about everything. He's quite chatty. Alright. What do you think about me? What do you think about Groucho? What do you think about Mr. Block? No, what about you think about Fawkes? Tell me about Lord Fawkes. Oh, Geoffrey was a very special man. Bull-headed, yes sir, the kind that could chase after a dream for an entire lifetime. And Fawkes had a dream? We all had at least one. His was to find the traces of civilization which had flourished millions of years ago. He was utterly certain that in some remote past in our world was inhabited by an obscure civilization called the Great Ancients. That's very Darkseid. You spoke of a civilization that existed millions of years ago. That's right. Hold tight. I'm talking about supernatural beings from another space. What? Why am I surprised? Oh, Geoffrey was quite eccentric, but you know what? I think he was quite right. An old Babylonian legend tells of an arcane divinity who had lost to its enemies, was expelled from this universe. But it will return to reign until the end of time. Are you familiar with Revelations, Mr. Dog? The 13th chapter, which begins with these words. And I saw the beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns. And upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy. Blasphemy. Nothing about the news. What about the Necronomicon? Have you heard about the Necronomicon? I believe Lord Fawkes has a copy. What? Necronomicon? No, hey. Don't know anything, I'm afraid. What do you think about this? Have you ever seen anything like this? Oh, it's a very interesting object. Would be willing to pay a lot for it if you wanted to sell it. Thank you, but it's not for sale. Why did you show it to me, you dingbat? Mrs. Thatcher told me about you and an archaeological expedition to the Mideast. Was it then that you met Fawkes? We met in an archaeological department during a seminar. A gentleman we both knew had us meet, but too much time had passed. 47 years to be precise, or exact. What happened during the expedition? It's better that I start from the beginning. Sit down, children. The British Museum's Archaeological Department organised the expedition to Yizmith, North Yemen. It was the winter of 51. Ninian Kroom, a colleague of ours, was put in charge of the excavations. Geoffrey and I had to classify the findings. Lord Fawkes was an anthropologist, if I'm not mistaken. And a good one too. He had handled the translations of the inscriptions which came to light at the beginning of the diggings. It was he who discovered that the throne room of King Condorosor right out from under Kroom. I remember as if it was yesterday. What happened to Kroom? It was the night of June 21st. Kroom, Geoffrey and I entered the room through an entrance to the ceiling. We didn't have any automatic sonar or other electronical aids at that time. The only way to see things was with one's own eyes. We found many valuable objects in the room and a crystal prism on the altar. It gave off a sinister opalescence in the torchlight. Alright, he's done with that. I'd never seen anything like it. The throne was of King Condorosor, and what we assumed was blah blah blah. At the foot of the altar were skeletons of his most trusted soldiers, those that had been buried with their king. Sounds like an Indiana Jones story. Entering that place was like breaking an extraordinary spell, or rather like unleashing an ancient curse. Hey, where was... imagine an Indiana Jones plot that was about Cthulhu. I'd dig it. None of us realized what was about to happen. All of a sudden, the ceiling gave way, and the room started falling in on us. Except he would probably then say tentacles. Why did it have to be tentacles? Only then did we realize that the Kroom had carelessly taken the crystal from the altar. Jeffrey and I had looked for a way out. Kroom was hypnotized by the prism. He was making incomprehensible sounds, and he didn't seem to realize what was going on around him. We managed to escape, but could do nothing for him. That which was Conodorosaur's palace became his sepulchre. Oh, this isn't funny. And now, pardon me, I have a lot to do. I have a meeting with an old friend, and it would be rude for me to keep him waiting. I didn't get to ask you about the two other things. You apparently were chatty. Farewell, Dylan Dog. Alright, let's go to the library. Subam. There's something about him. He knows more than he owns up to, I'm certain. I mean, he did say a lot. Well, if he doesn't want to cooperate, the ideal detective's #1 rule is to acquire the information through alternative channels. Which means I'll have to pay another visit to the antique shop. Alright, but we have already we're going to the British Library. Mr. Dog, I presume. You presume correctly, and you are William Pickman. A painter, perhaps? Very clever. That short story of Lovecraft's has always been one of my favorites. No, I'm an archaeologist. I wanted to meet you, and you're quite well known, and I was curious to meet you. I haven't had much time, so listen carefully. Sorry, I'm just going by how intense his eyes are. I could probably make it later, Dog. Countless eons ago, a mysterious being, a monster, was chased from our world. He has waited for millions and billions of years, and now the time has come for him to return and take possession of the world. Return from where? From another dimension, obviously. His servants are already struck, and they will strike all those who try to interfere. Obviously. It will soon be the end of an old era and the start of a new one. Just one question, Mr. Pickman. The name of this being? Its name is Cthulhu. Maybe you've read too many Lovecraft stories, or rather than being impressed, perhaps you're in a state of shock. I know what you're thinking. I can read it in your eyes. You think I'm mad, correct? I don't believe in madness, so I probably don't think you're mad, even if you probably could use some psychiatric help. Its name is Hello Kitty. I appreciate the irony, but this is the place for it. Who's truly mad? Me? You? Who? Look around before answering. The world is truly hell. Madness elevated to reason. I tell you that the great ancients are about to return, to remain forever. I wanted to see you to warn you. Stop while you're still in time. Goodbye, Dylan Dog. Woo! We play peekaboo. He'll leave immediately, but don't head home for if you haven't read yet. Read the book. Yep, done that. The book is like a, yep. Already got it, so let's head home. Yeah, I like most of the soundtracks going quite well with what's going on. I think it's just a couple of things where it's like, oh no, that this is very much not fitting it, and it's mostly the Baldur's Gate 3 soundtrack with singing or the Scarlet Furies. Towards the evening. We're going towards the evening. What have you done now? Boss, I think my human cannibal routine needs revising. And the living room needs refurbishing. Chin up, as long as you got your health and some money. Did you know that the forehead scrunching flexes about 40 muscles and smiling only 50? Get lost, or I may flex my leg muscles and give you a nice strong kick in the A. I'm beginning to feel unwanted. You got it. Now get. Good night and good riddance. Alright, 20th. 1992. Did Sarah sleep over again? I knew an ex-soldier who once told me he'd lost an eye, an arm and a leg in the war. I was concerned, and he asked if he was suffering from amnesia. He was shocked that the cat got his tongue, and he's never spoken since. Oh, he was so shocked. So shocked. By the way, if you ever lose your memory, it better be where it's well lit so you'll have a better chance of finding it. Cool beans. Gonna save on day 4. Alright, June 20th. Today is a tricky day as there are several options that seem sensible. As far as I know, only one way to proceed. Start by trying to open the left drawer on your desk. Groucho has the mania to close everything by key. Oh, Mania's back. So ask him about it. So, one. Open that drawer, Groucho. Okay, boss. Oh, it's a gun. Bullets? Gun and bullets. Load the gun. The gun is now loaded. Okay, the middle drawer, the left on the right side, has a knife. Grab that too. We got a jackknife. Shoot Groucho. Then the collection of articles from the Times in your briefcase. What? Check the oh, okay, so read the news. Okay. Okay. Recourse for illusionists. Guide to terrors. A collection of articles from the Times. While leafing through the pages, a photo strikes you. You recognize Subam in handcuffs. Oh, naughty. The article said he was accused of illegal trading of antiques. Scotland Yard solved the case. Cool. Okay, gives you the 19... Hang on, wait. An English language dictionary. If only they could have used it. From 1989 to 1991. The 1991. Okay, so I'm guessing there's a difference. Okay. It's pointing your eyes to know to look. Okay. Now go to Angel Street. Okay. Zuban won't be here. Pull the curtains. Oh, one of them's been broken. Examine the broken mirror. A multitude of mirrors reflect your image. One of them is broken, but you can't see any glass slivers around. While you think about it, this strange artifact, for a moment your mind is lost in the effort to follow the multitude of eyes that stare at you. You feel like fainting. You have the impression of something mysterious and cruel. Then suddenly, you recover your self-control and look away. Okay. Then look at and use the clock. The pendulum has stopped at 2:05. It reminds you of the famous story of Edgar Allan Poe. You try to get the pendulum to work, but the spring is broken. Well, the spring's broken. What the heck? What am I supposed to do? It says to use the clock, but... The spring is broken. Do I have anything that would work as a spring? Hang on, let me just check a walkthrough, see if there's anything that... Dylan, dog... Through the looking grass. Bullets like springs, shoot it! Possibly. Oh, looks like no one has played... Oh, hang on. DOS version, no walk commentary. Okay, cool. Oh, there is music, so why am I not getting music playing this? Oh, and why is it now going to Polygon? Is this the whole game? Obviously, I'm gonna have a look at that because, English walkthrough, no commentary. Is this the whole thing or just... No, that's... something that we're not dealing with. Oh, that sounds like it was a good soundtrack, so why am I'm gonna have to look at that. Loaded the gun. Can't see any glass slivers. What are you clicking on? Feel like fainting. Alright. Maybe we... Okay. They seem to just... look... Okay. Pendulum. Hang on. Okay. 1 and 2. The examiner of the pendulum. Okay, let's try that then. I don't get this. They've done the exact same thing that I have, but they're getting a different message. Did they do anything else before I got here? Okay, hang on. They loaded the gun. Oh, fucking balls. Hang on. Da-da-da-da. We're reloading. There is something we've missed. Alright. So, there, like, you know, I was reading this book down here. which is articles from the Times from 1986 to 1991. There's also cases by Scotland Yard. Here we go. So we need the one that's solved, not the articles. So the walkthrough was wrong. After a febrile search, you find something on the case involving Subam. From the police reports, it seems that it wasn't possible to recoup all the stolen goods. According to some informers, Subam hid all the hidden objects in a secret room, and they've all never been found. It seems that there was a secret passage in the shop. And that was all I needed. How did I get him to do this last time? There we go. Okay, gun is now loaded. Okay. Here we go. You're examining the pendulum at rest very carefully. Your 5th and half sense pushes you to turn the hands to midnight. The wood panel moved away and revealed a secret passage. Correct! Oh, thank you, Dee Dee. Passageway that leads to the secret room of Subam. Let's go. You enter the secret passageway. Oh! Oh no! Oh no! It's kind of nice that they updated his portrait, but he tall. He did. Oh no! I didn't need it to do that. I really didn't need it to do that. The body of Subam hangs from the ceiling. His clothes are intact. Well, it's nice to know that he's not nude. I'm just saying. Blood flows from his eye sockets and from his nose as if an internal explosion took place. Why is he hanging? Examine him and look around the room in this crystal bowl. Okay. Crystal bowl. There's a strange... That's not how you spell crystal. There's a strange reflection on it. Shifting into you notice a letter slips behind it. What's the letter say? The letter sent by Nimian Kroom to Subam. The sender's address is Christchurch Cemetery. Years without end, in the still silence of the depths, we have waited. He who saw the curse of the city without a name knows that the time has come, because soon the Black Cthulhu will have his blood. Until we meet again, Nimian Kroom. Also, the Black Cthulhu? Like, why do we need to give Cthulhu a colour? Is all I'm saying. Suspicious to the similar to the one that found in Lord Fox's place. Oh, we didn't find that one. Compare them and they'll match perfectly. Reading it will reveal that it was sent from an apparently dead Nimian Kroom at the cemetery. At this point, leave the secret passage. Oh, that could have gone that way. I'm just curious. Nope, there's no clicky that way. Short while afterwards. Gotta distinguish him from the Orange Cthulhu. Apparently. Of course, that's a good one. The first. I meet a certain HPL, one who strongly resembles Lovecraft. Then a man named Pickman shows up out of nowhere. He starts talking about nonsense about Cthulhu. It sounds like a Lovecraft revival story. Alright. You're not helping us. Here we go, Harpy's Island. Alright, so... to the cemetery! Did it get listed for us? It did, okay. Oh god. Alright. Wonderful place. Ideal for spending a real pleasant evening. All that's missing is a few zombies. I thought I heard something. Like a death rattle, an indistinct... Oh great gods, not this! Shit, shit. Do the zombies seem unaffected by my bullets? Oh, I have to hit them in the head. That's why. Hit them in the head. Bang! Bang! Hey. Bang! And then it's like, oh, those weren't zombies, those were actors. Any others while I'm here? Once you've killed 3 of them, find the crypt. Ah, here we go. Small gate. Try to open the gate, but the lock is in excellent conditions and he does his duty well. Duty. Use the knife on that. You force the lock and slowly push the creaking gate that opens. You enter the crypt. Use the marble slab along the wall. You examine the slab carefully and notice that their steel bar is located between the wall and the slab. You finally manage to lift the slab and seize the bar. I got myself a crowbar! Use this on the sarcophagus in the middle of the room. You insert the bar under the crack and under the cover of the coffin instead of the coffin. You press down with all your weight. Finally, the heavy marble slab noisily slides to the side, dark and sinister. Skurgrindle? Skurindle? Alright, what we got here? Oh. Something that stinks, apparently. Oh. Hi. Oh, use the medallion on the horrible face thing. Oh, now I need to get closer to it. The sarcophagus has come from the inside. The clouds come from inside the sarcophagus. 2 shining red eyes stare at you. The cloud seems incorporeal but intelligent. Now, if I were you, I would do something now. Trying? Use the amulet you got from Lord Wells and it will disappear. Oh, that's not the amulet, that's why. Grabbing the amulet, you hurl it at the horrible creature. Disappeared! And the amulet too! I'll have to take Lord Wells to dinner if he ever comes back from Pole. The North Pole, but yeah. Something falls inside the coffin. You pick it up. You pick it up and put it in your pocket. Oh, it's the Necronomicon! End of episode! So I'm guessing the whole second part of this. Our special thanks to these people. Lorna Childs, you should be ashamed of yourself. For some English translation. For some English translation. She didn't do enough. I'm sorry, Lorna, you just didn't do enough. Only some, yeah. Okay, from what I can see, episode 2 is reasonably short, unless it's longer in the DOS version, but I think it's just a single day. So I will get it up and running. I will also pause the music just in case that somehow episode 2's music decides to work. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Let me go. Let this open. Change this. There we go. Dylan Dog 2. In English. La 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 la. Stunned by the beauty of the girl. Blah blah blah. We've already done all this, so I'm not going to bother reading through all of this. Just mixing that there's nothing new that we didn't know about. What? Sarah, where has she disappeared? Has she been killed or perhaps kidnapped? And if so, by who? All the clues lead to an archaeological excavation in North Yemen and mysterious goings-on between the nights of the 21st and 22nd of June, 1952. Interesting. So this is, yeah, June 21st. One evening. I wonder why they decided to split it up into 2 games. I guess it was just for the size of the floppies, but I'm guessing this came out on floppy. Of course it wants to do security checks. You just don't trust me. It doesn't trust me. Where was it? Alright. Second to last page. The nights of June 21st and 22nd. Very specialized order. Yeah, you best believe it. Lightning bolts. Triangle. No, it didn't like it. Did I read this wrong? Next to last page. Is there another one that has those same logos on it? Lightning bolt. Yeah. Okay. Unless it's security number 2 because it's episode 2. Yeah, let's try this one then. That and then this one. There we go. In the afternoon. Boss, why did you put the TV in the bathroom? I did no such thing. I bet it's broken. I've been trying to tune it into a channel, but no luck. I keep getting 2 rivers and a mountain lake. There is no TV in the bathroom. And it must be the washing machine. What's that smell? Gas? Hey, then that thing in the kitchen is an oven and not the washing machine. Oh no. What's gotten into you? Are you saying I've gone bananas? Me, who's never even monkeys around? I wouldn't say bananas, I'd say berserk. First it's monkeys, now it's the barbarians. I'm too tired to argue. If anyone wants me, I'm not in. Cool. Let's save our game. And let me put the music back on. Okay. Head to inspect the block. Too tired, that'll be the gas. Yeah. It said go to see Inspector Block, but he's not an option. Maybe I just stay at home. Drink! I guess I stay at home. Hello? Hello. Am I speaking to Dylan Dog, the investigators of nightmares? That's me. But let me remind you that ghost busting costs double what you're willing to pay. As to vampires, we don't work nights, so you'll have to kill them yourself. Thank you, Diddy. Give it here and quit clowning. But if you just told me that no man was to disturb you. If you... that's right, no man. But no woman. But not... Oh, fuck. Sorry to bother you, Dylan Dog. It's me. What? I'm calling for Sarah. I have seen here since yesterday. We were supposed to meet this morning. Maybe she simply forgot about it. This is a weird way to hold a phone, but also, what the heck is with all the hips on these women? You haven't seen her today? No. It's very urgent matter. I'm not sure that... Oh, this music's not quite matching up. With whom am I speaking? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Ann Calder. I'm a friend of Sarah's. If you can tell me, Anne, if you wish. No, I don't know. It's about her uncle, Lord Fawkes, and about her, too. I fear she's in danger. Maybe I am, too. I should really talk to you in person. I'll tell you what. What I know, but right away. My address is... Ugh. Hello? Hello? Great cards, we've been disconnected. Yeah, I have a feeling that looked very like a bike outfit. That's exactly what the operator said to me last night. Don't joke. She seems truly scared. Maybe she knows something that's really important to tell me. A little later. I have to tell Block about what happened in the cemetery. Zombies. I'm in my smoking jacket there. No, I'd better not. He'd never believe me. He'd only worry about my mental health, and honestly, so am I. He'd start up again with the same story about how I should have never left Scotland Yard, that I had a great future as a detective. Sorry. Yes. Good old Block. I will have to speak to him, however. I think that the crimes of Midnight Jack are not committed by a maniac. They follow a pre-ordered scheme. I think preordained, maybe. It's the same old puzzle. It all depends on recognizing the shapes before the puzzle is completed. Before it's too late. About the cemetery. Kroom's body was never found. This explains the empty sarcophagus. But what about this slip of paper doing in it? And the slivers of glass, slivers of a looking glass. The evocation will take place in the circle of high stones. These could be runes or Egyptian hieroglyphs. I mean, they do look quite runic. Been a while since I've read runic, though. These are some kid scribbles. If only Lord Wells was here, he'd know more about this than I do. Alright, June 21st properly begins now. When I was little, people would ask me what I wanted to be when I grew up. One day I answered, when I grow up, I'm gonna beat the daylights out of you. And then what happened? My face had a terrible head injury. My face was half paralyzed for a whole day. Too bad you didn't suffer permanent tongue paralysis. I shall not stoop to such insults. It hurts my back. I've been a genius since birth, even without the mustache and the cigar. Did have my glasses, though. I was born with them. I remember my mama saying, "Get lost and gone forever." Right, but first she told me I'd go a long way in life, and then she kicked me out. I adored my mother, but above all, my father. Jesus Christ, why are we talking about this? I remember when I asked him to take me to the circus, and he said no. If they wanted to see you, they can come here. Alright, we're free. We're free. Let's... What's this? Ah, the letter that we found in Fox's house that we didn't actually find. Interesting. But it's the same as the other one that we had, so... That's 5! 5 dead bodies in 6 days. Wait, 5. The last is a victim of... Oh, sorry. Last of the victim called Ann Coulter wasn't easy to identify her. Is there anything else? She knew Sarah Fox. It could give us a leave, which means it will lead nowhere. Did you say Ann Calder? Yes, she worked for the Mirror. Did you know her? No, I don't think so. Alright, what am I asking about? I'm asking her about... Okay, so we know that Sarah's missing. From the description, but I think we're about to get the official... Any news on Sarah? None! Vanished! Oh, I've got the wrong voice for him. Disappeared into the void. Been looking for her since yesterday. The morning we found Wilson's body, the cop who was tailing her, poor bloke, it took hours to piece him back together. Who was Wilson? The coroner got sick to his stomach. Me too. Just about. Been doing this job for years. And I'm not used to the sight of blood. What happened? You want the details? Okay, this is what we got. At 10:30 p.m., Officer Wilson informs us that Sarah Fox has returned to the mansion. Oh, so a police officer. At the time, 12 p.m., he calls again. He says something's going on at the mansion. Strange noises. He goes in to check it out. That's it. And then this morning... Poor bloke. Bad way to go. Alright. What do you think of my crowbar? What do you think of my gun? Nothing about that. I've asked you about Sarah. He doesn't care about that. Oh, I should click on him properly though. He doesn't care about that. Maybe he's got some more information about Anne. Nope. He's got nothing on that. Or that. So he's not a lot of help in general. Tell me something more about the dagger. The idea of a robbery is losing validity more every day. At this point, we think that it's only a casual weapon that the killer used. The psychologist said that the night is the factor which unleashed the killer's emotions. Something like that. In other words, he could be some absolutely normal by day, whereas by night he's insane, a paranoid schizophrenic, they say. He breaks mirrors because his second personality can't tolerate the sight of his first. Probably homeless. I mean... Sue Bam's place only had one mirror broken out of all of them, and only because he doesn't like him offending. His aesthetic taste. Okay, what about... Did you have more information about Anne? Just because it says that you'll give me her dates. head home, I guess. Towards the evening. Well, Wells had spoken of spatial temporal doors, dimensional thresholds between different worlds. Well, if this was possible, it could explain the inexorable deaths of Fawkes and the others. Cool. Okay, and then go to the new location if we have one, which we do not. Nothing. 5 murders. Yes. 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 Wait, what was this again? That's a letter from HP. That's Prism. Alright, let's look at that walkthrough again. Oh, it's been going without me knowing. June 21st. Okay, so it checks noises this morning. Oh, thank you. Alright, here we go. Okay, no, don't think so. What did you click on? So you clicked on Anne. Alright, let's try this one more time. Because they didn't seem to have it as a difficult proposition. Oh, there we go. What else about Anne Calder? Well, she was a reporter working for the Daily Mirror. She also freelanced on a few magazines. Sarah Fawkes was a friend of hers. Anything else you'd like to know? You forgot the address. No, I didn't. I just didn't give it to you. However, it's 118 Sackville Street. Go right ahead and take a look, but don't touch anything. We just had enough time to get out the corpse out. And with the chaos we've had to deal with, it was quite a feat. Tell me, what interests you so? It's confidential. It's the last time I give you a hand. Damn! Alright, that's all we needed from him. This story's getting too long. Oh no, it's sending us back to the beginning of the day. Alright. Me. Oh shoot. I wasn't sure where in the day it had sent me to. Okay. Beginning of the day. Oh, that's right, because it's the beginning of the day. Okay. No, I got it. Alright. So I ask about Sarah. Okay, Sarah's been asked about, and now Annie. And then we go home. Okay. Now we're back on track. That's the wrong document. Here we go. Hold a minute. Looking glass! Of course, that's it. There was always a mirror or sheet of glass. Now it's all clear to me. Now. Oh. Oh, there we go. Whoa! Okay, well, yep. Mirror broke. There's a pool of blood on the floor just in front of the remains of a looking glass. And the mermaid statue. Lamp-shaped as a mermaid, you can spot some fingerprints around its waist. Examine the statue. After a few attempts, the bust of the mermaid unscrews, revealing a hidden cavity in which you find a book page. That would be the missing book page from that book. A torn page from a book, maybe an encyclopedia. What? Examine it. Leave. Alright. Anything else? No? Oh no, the crystal's been broken. Shortly thereafter. Let's see, according to Lord Wells, a great catastrophe is about to strike our planet. Wells spoke of a negative energy coming from the Bermuda Triangle. That Pickman raved about a prophecy that was about to come true, the return of Cthulhu, or something like that. Cthulhu, the Necronomicon. There are many references to Cthulhu in the as if, and it also speaks of the prophecy about the coming of a monstrous being. Couldn't be one and the same, could it? Moreover, it said that the Necronomicon may be full of magical formulas that could recall the dead and the demons. That seems to indicate that someone intends to evoke exactly Cthulhu through the Necronomicon. First, it killed Lord Fawkes, the owner of the book, and then Mrs. Thatcher, maybe because she knew too much. Finally Subban. What's his role in this affair? This someone can move through a looking glasses. It kills and disappears without leaving a trace except for minuscule fragments of glass found on the victims' bodies. Or in some cases, shattered sheets of glass. In Mrs. Thatcher's cave, she used a mirror as if it was a looking glass. However, incredibly as it may be, it's enough to convince the investigator of nightmares. Even Wells was certain of the existence of spatial temporal doors, and this would explain the workings of his amulet. Then Sarah disappears. The umpteenth victim? No body has turned up so far, and my fifth and half sense tells me she's still alive. And I'm going to bang her again. Anne Calder, the last positive victim, a scholar of the paranormal phenomena, an enthusiast of the occult, a friend of Sarah's. No, she wasn't a scholar, she was a reporter. Maybe she guessed something, but this cost her life. That page that was found in Calder's house was out of a book of the Celts and their religious practices. Is it going to be Stonehenge? I feel like it's going to be Stonehenge. What was written on that diary page? What diary page? Oh yes, the evocation will take place in the Circle of Tall Stones. Circle of Stones. Sounding very Stonehenge-y, isn't it? Stonehenge! Why, of course, it must be. Why didn't I think of it before? But wait a minute. Once the human sacrifices on the night of summer solstice. This is June 21st. A scholar of celebrity gossip, yes. Great gods, that's tonight. Today is June 21st. It's all coming clear now. There isn't a moment to lose. Indeed there isn't. So, let us head to Stonehenge. I'm assuming it's going to be on my list. Oh, actually, while I'm at it. Why not? A mad race against time? Of all the times for the archaeologist song. Minya Gos Zulu Thos Koroki Kosu. We meet in the end, Dylan. I did not believe you would get so far. Another would have given up much sooner. Fire frightens many. Even this great disadvantage of playing with fire is that you never get burned. Only those who don't know how to play get burned, like Fox and Supam. They tried to stop me 40 years ago and they almost succeeded, leaving me in that hellhole. I've waited all this time thinking of ways to get revenge, but there's more. Life makes us pay too high a price for its goods and sells us its most vile secrets, just as a sordid usher would. Usurer would do? Usurer. I don't recall who said that. I don't believe it matters anymore, especially since usurer is not a word. But in all this, life kills the imagination. I will not allow this depressing truth to shatter my only and greatest dream. I'll bring to this earth the world forgotten for millions of years, a civilization that has vanished before the ideas of man entered the mind of a god. Fox knew, but he wasn't able to fathom it. He and Subban thought I was mad until we found the prison exactly 40 years ago. The unequivocal proof that the prophecy of the return of Cthulhu was true. The Lord of Rylith will return just as I have. You must surely know who I am by now. I am Nimian Kroom. Well, why don't you congratulate me? You must admit I look rather good for a man of 75. All this power, thanks to the power of the prism, the power of the ancient ones. The crystal opens passages between dimensions by using looking glasses. From the dark light of the mirrors, I evoke the servants of Cthulhu, those who lurk in the shadows, to kill Fox and the others. Fox, too, knew how to evoke the inhabitants of the deep, but the knowledge frightened him. He managed to get a copy of the Necronomicon and together with Subban planned to destroy my plans just like 40 years ago. Those dirty bastards, they got what they deserved. I will now invoke Cthulhu on high of the blood of this woman, so that the wet of Fox's own kin will wet the stones. The city of Rylith, where he awaits in a death at sleep, will emerge from the endless depths to a place of the Atlantic Oceans. Between Florida and the Bermudas, it shall be the start of a new era. I know they call that place the Bermuda Triangle. I bring chaos, Dylan, the supreme law of the ancients, a law of which no human mind can conceive nor accept. It is written, I'll blow away this insignificant world, so that mine will flourish. It will come to pass when Rylith emerges from the waters. The time has come. Soon you shall see the flames of hell and the glory of paradise. Isbath, Hisothgol, Sogoruth, Yos Os Sogoruth, Moros. Oh, yep. Yes. I know I must stop him. But this inventory scrolls really slowly. Oh, god damn it. Bang? Kroom is surrounded by a luminous halo, originating from the prism that he holds between his hands and emanates the gun. He's pronouncing an ancient magic expression with the intent of making Cthulhu, the horrible monster, back to life. You must stop him now. Wait, hang on. Oh, by selecting the gun and the prism. No! Stop! What are you doing? Don't! Damn you! Don't do it! Oh, what a time for a music change. Whoa! That's some interesting graphics. Nice. Oh, jeez. Sarah, why aren't you wearing clothes? And she's like, you've earned this one. It was time! Now the whole story makes sense! It needed a lot of time and a lot of work, but at last the results are really good! And as people always say, all's well that ends well. So long until the next nightmare. I'm writing in the Necronomicon. I'm sure that's not going to be trouble. End of the episode. Except not really end as much as episode as game. Lorna Childs! Well, I'm sure they said... Oh. She said that her boyfriend has been killed by a monster from beyond. A monster from the darkness. Next to come. Is this just gonna... Yeah, okay. Cool. Alright. Well, that's the end of Dylan Dog Through the Looking Glass. Let's turn that part off. And also turn off the music. I'll have to see if I can get that music fixed. What's it called? I'll also have a little play around to see if changing the dialogue in the hex editor changes it in-game, because then we can fix some of the spelling errors and such. Although, why would we want to? But, you know, I'm going to see, like, because, yeah, it was an entertaining game. As we know, I quite enjoy these badly translated games. And I don't know if, like, if we fix the translation, if it would make it any better or worse. Because, in part, some of the bad translation adds to the charm of the game. I don't know if anyone else agrees with that, but it's my channel. Yeah, I'm just trying to think. There is the other Dylan Dog episode. Not episode. Well, it is an episode of sorts. Yeah, it certainly would make it horrible. Like, there's Dylan Dog the Murderers. I'm pretty sure this is also from the time flow. So you should act quickly. Your life energy, so you should keep it high as possible. No ability to save the game, so you should need to finish it in a single seance of the gameplay. Is there any instructions on this? Because I don't think I checked the instructions. I didn't know about the instructions being in here last time. Let's see. Hey, they're not in English. Oh, that's right, because this one's not in English. It's just included in there. Oh, but it's got a nice comic strip. That's nice. There's more. No, unfortunately, I think that particular version of that series of Dylan Dog Through the Looking Glass by Simulado. I think that was... There we go. The second... So they did make The Murderers, which was what I was talking about before. But, no, it looks like that I don't think they made any other games. Let me just have a look. Cinemondo developers. Oh, they have made some other games, but Okay, let's see. They've made 32 games in total. Okay, so from the earliest, we've got Bocce, we've got Simi Golf, we've got Italy 90 Soccer, F1 Manager, the Basket Manager. I play Football Champs, I play 3D Soccer, GP Tennis Manager, Formula 1 3D, F1 Manager 2, Formula 1 3D, Big Game Fishing, Basket Playoff, 500cc Motor Manager, 3D Sacri Simulator, 1000 Migolani, Italian Nights 1999, that came out in 1990. Oh, that's an adventure game. That is for the Amiga, but I'm intrigued to see what the what it looks like. I play 3D Tennis, Ecstasy, but spelt wrong. Seems to be a bit of a theme. Dylan Dog the Murderers. It's an action game rather than an adventure one. 3D Soccer World. 3D World Boxing. Dylan Dog. La Regina del Tenebre. Is that Through the Looking Glass? It does say Amiga and DOS. Oh, no, it's a different game, but it is also another, it's not, by the look of it, it's not an adventure game, it's a fighting thing for the Amiga game. For the Amiga game! And then, of course, we've got, oh, so they've done a couple of these, because there's also Dylan Dog, Ritorno al Crepuscolo, which is also an action game. Then something called Tex Piomblo Caldo. That's marked as an adventure game. But I don't know if that has an English version. I'm guessing not, considering the title's not in English. Oh, but they do have 3 games called Time Runners that are marked as adventures. The Door of Time, the Space Stone, and the Big Run. Then, of course, we've got the game that we played today, which was Dylan Dog Through the Looking Glass. And then Il Mitico video game di Mr. Fruitjoy. Mr. Fruitjoy! Grandmaster Chess Tutor and Challenges. And then We Are the Angels, which is an action game. And then Soccer Champ, which was on Windows. So they've done 2 games on Windows. Everything else is DOS and Amiga. We Are the Angels is a licensed game about the eponymous TV series. Huh. Who knew that there was a TV series called We Are the Angels? Okay, let me see. Time Runners. I'm trying to look for some pictures to... Time Runners is a series of games about an alien race called the Skunks who are trying to conquer the universe, and a man named Max who's trying to stop them. The gameplay is a primarily platforming action with some point-and-click elements. Interesting. I mean, like, what's it called? We've never seen a UI like that before. Okay, let's see. What was the... This one is called Time Runners. Oh! They have it! They have it! Is it in English? After having ruined some comics licenses, Silmundo tried again. And we're just gonna check to see if this comes in. Oh my god, there's 5 of these games? Let me show you what I'm seeing. Let me show you what I see. Look at that. We have 5 games, unless, like, the whole idea is that it's, because, like, what's it called? Moby Games only mentioned 3 of them. For the next page... Oh my god! Oh my god! Huh. Why? So of course we play the last one. Let's just see if this is even in English. Because it's kind of a moot point, but my god. Oh, it's in letters, that's why. Oh, it's in English! Oh, it's got terrible noise. Oh no. Francesco Cala. Timer on his gateways in time. A Fabrini publication. Oh, Fabri even. I've given it too many letters. Oh. Ah. But what's the devil's that? What sort of mess have I got myself into? Hi folks, how's things? I'm Max, and these are my friends. Behind me is Lucas and Jessica, my girlfriend. Something strange happened to us, which I'd like to tell you about, and let's start at the beginning. Lieutenant, or Lieutenant, technically. Yes, your magnitude, tell me. Have you already given instructions for the invasion? The skunk people can't wait any longer. Are we aliens or are we robots? But instructions. Excuse me, King Skunk, but what invasion? You are incompetent as ever. What am I doing? Still relying on you? Have you forgotten what I've told you? The beginning is robots! Yes, perhaps, but you're never... Yes, you really haven't. Alright, I'm tired of hearing your talking rubbish. That's enough chatter. I'll now repeat the arrangements for the invasion in time and space. Space and time. Space and time, I don't know. Well, now, and I see you don't forget anything this time, otherwise. I don't, yes, of course, but I don't. Let's see then, the best skunks, so what sort of color? Yes, they're the ones the same color as the sea, aren't they? The fuck? Yes, the blue's your magnitude. I'm just a lowly green. Yes, the blue. We'll send a contingent of them into prehistory. Have you got that? Yes, sir, I've got it all. Right, well then we'll send into the Middle Ages the colours of, well... ruby-coloured ones, that's it. Yes, I've made a note of the red troops of the Middle Age. Okay. Yes, that's it, and we'll keep all the conscripts with us. So, what do we call them? That song about leaves? What? The Greens, your magnitude. Yes, I'm writing it down. The Greens will remain on guard here. Okay. Right, those are the orders. See that you carry them out without forgetting anything, okay? I want everything to be done as soon as possible. The skank people, must rule everything in time and space as we know it. Yes, sir. I'll do everything straight away. I'm off. Mad respect. Supreme magnitude. I just want to see what the gameplay's like at this point. Hey, Lucas, how's things? Not bad, Max. I'm working on my latest invention. Is that so? You know, it's Jessica's birthday today, and I thought I'd get her a big one. That's interesting, but I was telling you this is a machine. Oh, you know, I want to give her a ring. I hope she'll like it. Maybe she'll give me her. Good. You know, I've been wondering for a long time how to do it, and now I think I can manage it. Okay, Lucas. It's always good to have a chat when you're on the same wavelength, but I'm off now. Okay, see you later soon, Max. Blue Afro, yes. Hello, Max. Hello, light of my life. Do you remember what day is today? The color of the It should be your birthday. It's not, but it should be your birthday. The color of the day of the shower. What? I want to know what's the day of the shower. I don't get it. The day of the shower. Stop joking, Max. You know it's my birthday today. What have you brought me? Some coal. Why should I have brought you something? Here's a ring. I'll be a good boyfriend. But Max, it's beautiful. Well, now, don't you think I deserve a kiss? You know, a special one? I think you do. Shower day and birthday are the same. Oh! Again, they've left enough room for bejesus. Oh, hello. It's not the prehistoric time. At what on earth have we got to? I haven't the faintest. I'm worried something has gone wrong. Oh, incompetent as usual, your brain transmitter cable must have got mixed up with the ones that control your feet. Well, wait a minute. What on earth are this? It doesn't matter. It's the ring we're interested in. Hey, that's my ring. To prevent any trouble, you're coming with us too. No! No, Jessica! They're off to her ring. To be fair, so was he. Lucas! Hey, it's not so bad. It won't be anything worse than what happened to me. But, I must have got my calculations wrong. We'll have to do everything again. And interference, definitely. But, what are you saying? Yeah, look. The time machine. A door was meant to open in time and it is open, but where can it be? I'll tell you, you idiot. It opened in Jessica's house, and speaking robots came out, not mute robots, and kidnapped her. But how did it happen? I was at Jessica's. I bought her the ring for her birthday. Ah, now I understand. That ring must contain a stone, which caused an interference in time. Could you explain it more clearly? No. Well, probably those robots were telling you about were traveling through time. In the meantime, I was putting the final touches to my time machine and trying to make it work, and you brought the present to Jessica. So we're just recapping what you've already seen. Congratulations, everybody! So, the stone and the ring set up interference which allowed the robots to find themselves suddenly in Jessica's house. This is a really long intro and it's boring. Lucas, you're either the greatest inventor of all time or you're completely out of your mind. Why not both? But okay. Quick, give me a time machine. I must go and find Jessica. Sure, you can use the scooter. You're letting this idiot use a time machine. A scooter? But I need to rush through time, not through the town. Calm down. The scooter's the time machine that'll let you travel through time. It's certainly like the one used by the robots. Oh, okay, right. The more you talk, the more I have trouble with what you're telling me, but I've got no option. Let's go. Of course, follow me. But there are a few things you must remember. Such as... you can use any fuel, but each fuel tank will only allow you one journey. Yeah, of course. I think I understand. But, let's be off. I've got to go full bikes now. Oh, no. Whoa! Where did he think he was even going? Oh, no. Where the hell? God knows what forest I'm in. Now I talk like the blokes. Oh, shiz. Ah, what the devil's that? Ah, here's the gameplay. Yeah, okay, so this is a bit like Oh, that's a nice turning animation. You know, for this era. I think Grandy would approve. Okay, so there is a little jump. A little... Oh, alright. What's the fire button? Okay. Spacebar to select an arm. P to pause a game. Select an arm? Okay. I must find Jessica. Who knows where they might have taken her? There's absolutely nothing here in my inventory that I'm giving you a thumbs up from. Yeah, I got it. I got it, mate. I got it. Okay. Okay, let's see if I can jump on her. No. Oh, okay. Oh shit, that hurt. Oh no, I'm dying. Oh no. Yeah, that's enough for Time Runners for me. I think we'll end the stream here. Good lord. Like, what's it called? They can't make a, they can't make an action game to save their lives. I mean, I know I'm not particularly, like, successful with all the platformers in the world, but if you can't get out of the, like, if you can't even work out how to attack or jump or whatever, then yeah. Either way, I really enjoyed. Thanks for the stream / boobs. You didn't even see mine. But no, because that would definitely get me off Twitch, wouldn't it? But no, like I think, like, what's it called? I really enjoyed Through the Looking Glass. I think one of the things that I'll look at when I'm, you know, when Foo's doing other things during the holidays is I might actually see if I can have a little play around with that and see if we can change the dialogue. I'm also going to see if I can fix the music, because obviously music's there. It's just not playing on Exodus. It might also be that it's one of the ones that have been fixed, and when the next version comes out, it's already been fixed, and I just have the older version that's not working. But yeah, we'll leave it there. Should be doing Grandma Hall this weekend. What's it called? Bad Batch is running. Foo's running next week. Hopefully Dave's going to be available next Thursday and we'll do our stream. It might be the last one of Dave and me before I go. What's it called? Unless he's available on the Wednesday. Because 2 Thursdays from now, you know, this time in 2 weeks' time, I will be flying. So there will not be a stream that week. I'm not certain about Grandma Hall that last weekend before I go. Just because I cannot do Bad Batch that week. So I've kind of said to them, hey, if you're able to do Bad Batch time, let's do Bad Batch time. Or, you know, you guys go on without me. But, you know, so I'll keep the Discord updated with what we're doing. So, yeah, everybody have a good time. Yeah, I will talk to you on Sunday after I get my hair done. I'm not doing anything grand. I'm thinking I'm bleach the roots of my hair on the front part, just at the front part where I go with the brighter colour. But other than that, it's just going to be a new colour and new colour. It's practically the same colour. And a trim. Anyway, see you guys later. Bye bye.